The arrival. In the vastness of space, where stars twinkled like distant gems against an endless black canvas, an orbital repair station floated silently. This station was a hub for interstellar travelers, a place where ships were mended, technology was upgraded, and lives were sometimes changed forever. Among its skilled technicians was Dex Ran, a human whose hands had become adept at fixing not just machines but also understanding their intricate designs. The unexpected visitors. One ordinary day, as Dex calibrated a series of energy conduits on a small freighter, alarms blared throughout the station. He looked up from his workbench, his brow furrowing in concern. Over the intercom came a voice filled with urgency. "Attention, all personnel. We have an incoming vessel from the Zen expedition. Prepare for docking procedures." Dex's heart raced. He had heard tales of the Zen expedition, an elite group known for their advanced technology and mysterious guardians. These beings were said to be powerful protectors who could turn the tide in battles across galaxies. As he wiped his hands on a rag, he felt a mix of excitement and apprehension about what awaited him. Meeting Commander Turo. The docking bay doors opened with a hiss, revealing a sleek ship that shimmered under the station's lights. As it settled into place, figures clad in iridescent suits emerged. Their skin seemed to reflect hues from their surroundings. It was both mesmerizing and intimidating. Leading them was Commander Terrell, a tall figure with silvery skin that glimmered like starlight. Her large luminescent eyes scanned the area with authority. "Welcome to Orbital Repair Station," Dex said as he stepped forward, extending his hand in greeting. "I'm Dex Ran. How can I assist you?" Terrell nodded curtly but with a hint of gratitude in her expression. "I am Commander Terrell of the Zen expedition. This is our guardian." She gestured toward a massive figure being carefully maneuvered out of their ship, a guardian that blended humanoid form with mechanized power. The guardian's condition. As they approached, Dex's breath caught in his throat. The guardian was magnificent yet damaged. Its once bright eyes were dimmed, indicating severe distress. Its limbs were bent awkwardly, and sections of its armor were cracked open like wounds, revealing exposed circuitry beneath, a sight that made Dex's heart ache for this being that had fought valiantly in defense of its creators. "This guardian sustained significant damage during our last encounter with Umbrella forces," Terrell explained urgently. "We require immediate repairs." Dex nodded slowly, understanding the gravity of their situation. "Let me take a closer look," he said as he led them toward a secure area of the bay where they could assess the damage more thoroughly. Assessing the damage. Once there, Dex donned augmented reality glasses, his trusted tool for diagnosing complex systems. As he scanned the Guardian's body, readings flashed before him, energy levels fluctuating erratically, structural integrity compromised in multiple areas, and several energy conduits fried beyond immediate repair. "The damage is extensive but not irreparable," he assessed aloud while kneeling beside it. "We'll need to replace damaged sections and recalibrate its power distribution." Terrell watched intently. Her expression was unreadable but filled with urgency. "How long will this take?" she asked. "Given its complexity," Dex replied while glancing at his schedule, "it'll take at least a week to fully restore it to operational status." "A week?" Terrell sighed heavily. Frustration flickered across her features. "We cannot afford delays. The Umbrella are relentless." Understanding her concern deeply resonated within him. He felt an instinctive pull towards helping them, not just out of duty but from something more profound, an unspoken bond forming amidst their shared struggle against adversity. "I'll do everything I can to expedite repairs," he assured her firmly. A quiet resolve. As Terrell retreated with her team to allow him space to work, silence enveloped them, broken only by soft hums of machinery surrounding him like whispers from another world. Hours turned into days as Dex immersed himself in repairing this alien marvel. Each bolt tightened felt like stitching together, not just metal but lives intertwined by fate. With every passing moment spent alongside this magnificent being, the Guardian, Dex began to feel an unexplainable connection growing stronger within him. It was as if they were both fighting against time together, a human repairing an alien protector destined for greatness once more. Little did he know that this bond would soon lead them into unforeseen challenges that would test their resilience like never before. The repair process. With the urgency of the situation weighing heavily on him, Dex immersed himself in the intricate task of repairing the Guardian. The bay was filled with the soft hum of machinery and the occasional hiss of pneumatic tools, creating a rhythm that matched his focused determination. As he worked, he couldn't shake the feeling that this Guardian was more than just a machine. It was a being with history, a protector that had faced unimaginable challenges. Understanding the Guardian's technology, Dex began by examining the Guardian's core, a fusion reactor that emitted a faint blue glow. It was unlike anything he had ever encountered. The reactor pulsed gently, almost as if it were breathing. He carefully removed the damaged panels, revealing complex circuitry that intertwined like vines. Each component seemed to tell a story of battles fought and victories won. Using his augmented reality glasses, Dex scanned for any anomalies within the systems. The readings were overwhelming. Energy levels fluctuated erratically, indicating severe damage to its power distribution network. He noted that several energy conduits were fried, and some critical components were missing entirely. "This is going to be a challenge," he muttered to himself, his fingers deftly working to assess the damage further. Collaboration with Tyrell. As Dex delved deeper into the repairs, Commander Tyrell returned to check on his progress. Her presence was commanding yet reassuring, and Dex appreciated her willingness to help. "What can I do?" she asked, her voice steady but laced with concern. "Gather any spare parts you have on board," Dex replied without looking up. "I'll need replacements for these damaged conduits and possibly some advanced materials if we're going to recalibrate the power systems." Tyrell nodded and quickly moved away, returning shortly with an array of components that shimmered in various colors, evidence of their alien origin. As she handed them over, Dex felt a sense of gratitude wash over him. This collaboration was vital for their success. Building trust through stories. As they worked side by side, Tyrell shared stories about her people and their guardians. "The Zen are not just warriors," she explained as she assisted him in securing a new conduit. "We are protectors of peace across galaxies. This guardian has saved countless lives." Dex listened intently, intrigued by her passion. "What makes it so special?" he asked, curious about its significance. "It embodies our spirit," Tyrell replied softly. "It is more than just technology. It is our hope and strength." Her words resonated deeply with Dex, who began to see the Guardian not just as a machine, but as a symbol of resilience. Innovative solutions. The days passed swiftly as they worked tirelessly together. Dex employed innovative techniques to repair the Guardian's systems. He crafted makeshift tools from available materials and devised clever solutions to overcome obstacles that arose during repairs. One day, while recalibrating the power distribution network, he encountered an unexpected issue. A critical junction was completely fried beyond repair. Frustrated but undeterred, Dex recalled an old engineering trick he had learned during his training, a method for rerouting energy through alternative pathways. "Tyrell," he called out excitedly, "I have an idea." She rushed over as he explained his plan to bypass the damaged junction using one of the spare conduits she had provided earlier. Together they worked swiftly, Tyrell's expertise in alien technology, complementing Dex's mechanical skills perfectly. The Guardian's awakening. As they completed the rerouting process and powered up the systems, something remarkable happened. The Guardian's eyes flickered briefly before dimming again, a sign that it was responding to their efforts. Dex felt a surge of hope. They were making progress. "Keep your fingers crossed," he said to Tyrell with a grin as he initiated the final sequence to restore power. With bated breath, they watched as energy surged through the Guardian's circuits once more. Its eyes glowed brightly for an instant before stabilizing into a steady luminescence, an indication that it was regaining consciousness. "Is it alive?" Tyrell whispered in awe. "I think so," Dex replied, his heart racing with anticipation. A glimpse into history. As they stood back to observe their work, an unexpected holographic projection flickered to life above the Guardian's core. Images danced in midair, scenes from battles long past where the Guardian fought valiantly alongside its Zen creators against formidable foes. Dex and Tyrell watched in silence as memories unfolded before them. Flashes of laser fire illuminating dark skies, alien landscapes ravaged by war, and moments of triumph where the Guardian stood tall against overwhelming odds. "This is incredible," Dex breathed, captivated by the display. "It has experienced so much." Tyrell nodded solemnly. "Every battle shapes us," she said quietly, "and now it is our turn to help it heal." Strengthening bonds. As they continued their work over the following days, a bond formed between Dex and Tyrell, one built on mutual respect and shared purpose. They exchanged stories about their worlds. Dex spoke of Earth's diverse cultures and innovations, while Tyrell shared tales of her people's struggles against oppression. Their laughter echoed through the repair bay as they discovered common ground despite their differences. each story weaving them closer together like threads in a tapestry. But amid this camaraderie lay an undercurrent of urgency. They both knew time was running out before Umbrella forces would strike again. With every passing hour spent repairing the Guardian, they felt an increasing weight on their shoulders, the responsibility not only for their survival, but for countless others who depended on this Guardian's return to power. A new resolve. Finally, after days filled with hard work and late nights fueled by determination and coffee, they reached a pivotal moment in their repairs, the final calibration of energy levels within the Guardian's core system. Dex stood back with Tyrell beside him as they prepared to initiate full power restoration once again. "Aren't you ready?" he asked her, sensing her anxiety mirrored in his own heart. "More than ever," she replied resolutely. With one last glance at each other, a silent agreement forged through trials, they had activated the sequence together. The room filled with brilliant light as energy coursed through circuits like lifeblood, revitalizing its host. And then came silence, the kind that held promise rather than fear, as they awaited what would come next. Unforeseen challenges. As the glow of the Guardian's core stabilized, a sense of accomplishment filled the air. Dex and Tyrell exchanged hopeful glances, but their moment of triumph was short-lived. The calm atmosphere was abruptly shattered by a series of alarms blaring throughout the orbital repair station. Dex's heart sank as he turned to the control panel, where flashing red lights indicated an incoming threat. "The Umbrella attacked. Dex, we're under attack," Tyrell shouted, her voice cutting through the chaos. "The Umbrella forces have found us." Panic surged through Dex as he quickly assessed the situation. He had heard stories about the Umbrella, ruthless marauders known for their relentless pursuit of technology and power. They were not just enemies, they were a force that thrived on destruction. "Get to the control room," Dex urged as he grabbed a toolkit, instinctively preparing for any repairs that might be needed on the ship's systems. "We need to secure our position." Together, they raced through the corridors of the repair station, their footsteps echoing against the metal floors. As they reached the control room, Dex saw a holographic display showing multiple ships approaching rapidly. The Umbrella vessels were sleek and menacing, their dark hulls contrasting sharply with the bright stars outside. "A desperate strategy. We need to protect the Guardian," Tyrell said urgently, her eyes scanning the display for potential strategies. "If they capture it, we'll lose everything we've worked for." Dex nodded in agreement, his mind racing. "We can use the station's defense systems," he suggested. "If we can reroute power from non-essential systems, we might be able to activate the shields and weapons." "Do it," Tyrell commanded, her voice steady despite the chaos surrounding them. Dex moved quickly to the control panel, fingers flying over buttons and switches as he initiated emergency protocols. Alarms continued to blare as he rerouted energy from various systems, focusing it all on defense mechanisms. "Shields are coming online," he shouted over the noise. "But we need more time to get weapons operational," the first skirmish. As if responding to their urgency, the first wave of Umbrella fighters broke through their defenses. The station shook violently as explosions rocked its structure. Dex felt his stomach drop. They were outnumbered and outgunned. "Brace for impact." Tyrell yelled as she activated a nearby console to coordinate their defense efforts. With shields now partially operational, Dex watched as enemy fire struck against their protective barrier, sending sparks flying in all directions. The hum of energy resonated through his body as he focused on maintaining stability. "Tyrell, we need to get that Guardian operational now," Dex shouted over the din of alarms and explosions. Tyrell nodded resolutely. "I'll gather my team. You keep working on those weapons." A race against time. While Tyrell rallied her crew, Dex returned to the repair bay, where the Guardian lay dormant yet powerful. He felt an unexplainable connection to this being. It was more than just a machine. It was a symbol of hope against overwhelming odds. He quickly began initiating systems that would allow them to communicate with the Guardian. "Come on," he whispered urgently as he worked. "We need you now more than ever." With every keystroke, Dex felt time slipping away. He could hear distant explosions and shouts from Tyrell's team echoing through the corridors. The Umbrella were relentless. They would not stop until they had what they wanted. The Guardian awakens, just as despair began to creep in. A surge of energy coursed through the Guardian's systems. Its eyes flickered open once more, this time with a fierce intensity that sent chills down Dex's spine. "It's alive," he exclaimed, stepping back in awe as the Guardian slowly rose from its resting position. "Guardian," Tyrell called out from behind him, her voice filled with hope and urgency. "We need your help." The Guardian turned its gaze toward them, its eyes glowing brighter than before. In that moment, an unspoken understanding passed between them, a bond forged in adversity and shared purpose. Communicating with power. As if responding to their call, the Guardian raised its arms, and energy began to pulse around it like a protective aura. Dex felt a rush of exhilaration. They had awakened a force capable of turning the tide in this battle. "Let's show them what we're made of," Terrell said fiercely as she moved beside Dex. The Guardian emitted a low hum that resonated throughout the repair bay, a sound that felt almost like a heartbeat. It was alive and ready to fight alongside them. Dex quickly relayed information about their immediate surroundings and enemy positions to both Terrell and the Guardian. "We can use this advantage if we coordinate our attacks." Before he could finish his thought, another wave of enemy fighters descended upon them, firing relentlessly at their station. A dance of destruction. With Terrell directing her team and Dex providing real-time updates on enemy movements, they launched a new action. The Guardian stepped forward confidently, energy crackling around its limbs as it prepared for battle. Dex watched in awe as it unleashed powerful blasts of energy toward incoming fighters, disintegrating them mid-flight with stunning precision. The sight was mesmerizing. This was not just a machine. It was a protector embodying strength and resilience. "Keep pushing forward," Terrell shouted, rallying her crew while dodging enemy fire herself. Dex joined in on repairs where necessary while coordinating with Terrell's team to maximize their defenses against incoming attacks. Together, they fought valiantly. Human ingenuity combined with alien technology, creating an unstoppable force. Turning tides, as battle raged on, it became clear that they were gaining ground against their attackers. The combination of Dex's technical prowess and Terrell's strategic leadership began to turn what seemed like certain defeat into a fighting chance for survival. "Guardian, focus your energy on that ship," Dex directed excitedly as he pointed at one particularly aggressive Umbrella fighter closing in fast. With a swift motion, the Guardian complied, unleashing an intense beam of energy that struck true, obliterating its target in an explosion of light and debris. Cheers erupted from Terrell's team as they witnessed this newfound power working in harmony with their efforts, a testament to what could be achieved when different worlds united against adversity. A moment of reflection. Amidst the chaos of battle and victory cries ringing out around him, Dex took a moment to reflect on how far they had come, from strangers brought together by circumstance to allies fighting for survival against overwhelming odds. He glanced at Terrell beside him. Her determination inspired him even further, a reminder that unity could forge bonds stronger than any weapon could break. But even as they celebrated small victories against their foes, Dex knew this fight was far from over. The Umbrella forces were relentless, and there would be more challenges ahead that would test not only their skills but also their newfound alliance. Preparing for what lies ahead, as silence fell over parts of their surroundings following intense combat, the remnants of fallen ships scattered across space, Dex turned back toward the Guardian who stood tall amidst wreckage, a beacon of hope against darkness looming ever closer. "We've got more work ahead," he said resolutely to Terrell and her crew who nodded in agreement, each person aware that this was just one battle in an ongoing war against an unyielding enemy determined to claim what did not belong to them. Together, they began strategizing next steps, knowing that whatever challenges awaited them would require every ounce of courage and ingenuity each member brought forth into this alliance forged through trials by fire.